What's up, bro? Welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about what your For You page says about you, because it actually can tell everything about you. I can just look at a person's For You page and decide if I want to be this person's friend or not, if I want to talk to them or not, and this applies to girls too, but usually I'm going to speak about us guys on self-improvement, what it says about you in particular, because what you're consuming is what you put out in the world. I want you to understand that. If you're consuming garbage, you're gonna put out garbage. If you eat a sack of oatmeal, if you eat a pizza, and you record a YouTube video, yeah, YouTube video is gonna be shit because of the carbs, because of the sodium, because of the brain fog that the carbs give you since it spikes your glucose. So it's gonna be shit, and it's the same with content. Subconsciously, usually, this is how it goes. So, before we start, are there OnlyFans thoughts, bro? Let me ask you this first of all. Are there OnlyFans fucking models twerking their ass, or just like making like like those baits with those sexy pictures that are making you go jerk off? If that's on there, you're on step 0. You need to start from ground zero. That's the first thing. And another thing is, gym girls are also cope. Some fitness influencer that's a woman that's fucking is in her bra and her fucking tight ass legging shorts and showing off her ass and her titties, bro, they are cope. You're jerking off to that, aren't you? A lot of the times, this is also just cope. Like, unless she's making like actual educational videos, unless she's actually like making talking head videos where she's telling you something and you're learning something, it's useless. Even with dudes, even if you're gay, watching sexy boys fucking, show off their physiques, if that's not inspiring you, okay, if you're actually gay and you jerk off to that, it's a waste of time. If that creates envy in you, it's a waste of time. Another thing, it's basically softcore porn. I want you to understand this. It's softcore porn. Gym girls, they are fucking putting the camera right behind them on Romanian deadlifts so that their cheeks are so fucking tight in those leggings. That's softcore porn. Okay? That's the first thing. These are baits for you to go jerk off. Because it makes you horny, I'm not gonna lie. But then it's about what you do with that energy. It lowers your frequency. Okay? It just lowers your frequency because you see this girl that you know you're never gonna get. This girl with 500,000 followers who doesn't know who the fuck you are, and you know it, and you'd want to fuck her so badly, but she doesn't want you. She doesn't even know you exist, and even if she did, she wouldn't want you. And you know that, and that's why it puts you in a low frequency, because your subconscious mind picks up on it. Now, there's another thing, motivational masturbation videos. This is so weird. Like the David Goggins edits, they give you motivation for about 5 minutes, maybe not even that, or Andrew Tate edits, etc. These clips. These are genuinely, maybe the only time I'd watch them is maybe if you're in the gym and instead of music, listen to this. Maybe. But if you're just at home and you got work to do, but you need to motivate yourself to do your work with a David Goggins clip with background music that's fucking motivational, all that shit. You're so fucking cringe, dude. You're so fucking, oh god, I don't even know the words for that. And it's just so depressing to know that you need this drug of motivational video to get yourself to do something. You should be able to use your mind to do that. You should have enough of a reason of why. Okay? Speaking of depressing background music. So you see all these motivational videos, but with depressing background music. So all these guys that are in the BMWs and with the Rolex on their wrist, and they're saying, man, I came from the bottom, and they put that depressing music. It would be okay if they didn't put that music, but they put it on. They put it specifically on because it puts you in a low vibrational frequency. And when you're in that frequency, you're more likely to scroll past that, or you're more likely to go on their profile and seek for more of those types of videos. It's not like they just made one video with that depressing music. When you look at these guys' profiles, a lot of times this is the content that they make, and they don't make positive sounding content that puts you in a high vibrational frequency. So this is why it's bad for you. Another thing is just cringe gym content, you know, those super edited gym content with the fucking viral background music. It's just so fucking, with those memes, the troll face, you know what I mean, come on. The car edits, all this bullshit, it's just so fucking, or memes, dude, I don't understand, it's so childish, bro. What? Just having memes on your For You page, like what the fuck? It's a complete waste of time. You're actually not doing anything, just laughing. If you want to laugh, that's fine. At least laugh with a person, laugh in a conversation in real life. Something more human, not like this. And then there's also the perfect lifestyle flexors, right? So it's like the guys that already got the mansion in Thailand or Dubai, and you know, they got the pretty girlfriend and all that, and that can be good for inspiration and motivation. But there are some guys that just breeds enviness. And okay, if you don't feel yourself being happy for that person, this is what I feel. I personally, it puts a smile on my face whenever I say it, because I'm like, this guy's 19 and he's living in Thailand and he actually has a pretty good life. I'm happy for him. Now, how can I recreate this? So I don't want to take his success, I just want to mimic it. But I'm happy for him. If you don't feel that, and you feel like, man, I would just take it away from him, and I would just wish he wasn't successful, you know? Or if you need to actually leave comments, bro, I don't understand this thing. Side note, I don't understand who the fuck leaves comments. Commenting on YouTube videos or on Instagram reels is probably like the weirdest thing ever, okay? If you're hate commenting or whatever, you're a fucking loser. So who the fuck has time to comment? I don't understand that. But if you don't feel yourself happy for that person, you feel yourself being envious of them. Envy is a very low vibrational frequency. This is not good for you. Car brands, you know, Brabus, Audi, looking at cars you can't afford right now. It's good for motivation, but if you're spending too much time on it, if you're like spending 20 minutes a day just scrolling past all of them, it's a waste of your fucking time. If you look at 1, 2, 3 pictures or one Instagram reel, that's okay, for man's story or whatever, you know. Can be useful, but usually it's a waste of time. So what should be on your For You page? Now, on Instagram Reels, on TikTok, you should have a generic one because you're not using it, ideally, or on YouTube, whatever. But it should be podcasts and podcast clips in short form, usually. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, sometimes when I'm... what situations do I watch Instagram Reels? Usually at the end of my day, I permit myself like 15-20 minutes of, you know, just scrolling and looking at other people's profiles and just being on Instagram for the past half an hour of the day. And usually sometimes on a train ride or something like that, but usually I read a book on the train, or an audio book I listen to, or some videos from Hamza, some YouTube videos, some long form. That's usually what I listen to. But sometimes you might catch me lacking and, you know, scrolling on some reels when I'm waiting like 5 minutes for a train. I'm not going to listen to a book for 5 minutes, you know. So it's like, yes, I might be scrolling in that short period of time. So usually podcast clips, educational videos, but also not podcasts like fucking Fresh and Fit, okay? There's a time and a place for that, but Fresh and Fit, it's like they're repeating the same good advice. It's good advice, but it's just repeating itself, right? About women, how to tell if she's a thought or whatever. But after you've gone through the red pill, you don't need this shit anymore. So don't watch Fresh and Fit unless, okay, it's like, it's entertainment. Let's call it for what it is, right? So usually it should be podcast clips and educational videos. But again, I'm going to keep this one thing, right? You're not learning if you're not taking notes. Even in this video, you're not learning if you're not taking notes. So what I want you to understand is education is taking notes and revisiting them notes a couple of days later, a week later, whatever. So even if you're watching Instagram Reels and you have a good For You page with good educational content, that doesn't have to be a waste of time, but always have your Apple Notes or whatever if you're using a Samsung or fucking Android, you know, whatever, always have your notes like on the other tab, like, you know, like you scroll up and you have the tabs on your phone. Always have the notes on there, and whenever you learn something, write it down. And I usually have this routine that every morning, like before I record videos, I revisit my notes, because there might be something about speech, there might be something about, you know, psychology, whatever, that might help me in these videos. So always take notes, leave a note there, and you might actually remember, because this quote, I'm gonna keep repeating it, okay? It's the best quote ever. It's, your mind is not made for storing ideas, it's made for creating them. So you have to store the ideas somewhere elsewhere. So usually on your phone, on a journal or whatever, you know. It's like, even like for these videos, right? I have these notes, talking points I want to talk about, so I don't forget what I want to talk about, what I want to mention. Because so many times when I didn't script my videos, I used to watch them back and I would say, man, I wish I would have said this. This doesn't happen to me because I always say everything I needed to say at the end of the video. So, but this is like off topic, right? But just keep notes and then revisit them to remember what you learn until it becomes second nature. So I hope that this has been useful to you, something to think about. But usually you shouldn't spend so much time consuming, mostly producing content. And yeah, just a mind. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.